I'm happy to be joined by our new leadership team, Senator Durbin, Senator Klobuchar, and Senator Booker, and I hope all of you had a great Thanksgiving. My mom is 96, and we all went to my brother's little house in Connecticut. She saw all of her children, her grandchildren, and her great-grandchildren, so that was a true blessing. And I hope everyone else had the same good, happy Thanksgiving. Now, as you may know, today the Senate Democratic Caucus voted unanimously on our new leadership team for the 119th Congress. I know that this leadership team will help lead our caucus through this time of rebuilding, reflection, and help serve the American people. Serving as leader has been one of the greatest honors of my life. And a large part of that honor is because my caucus is just an inspiring group of people. I love them. They work hard, they have different views, but everyone talks to each other, we respect each other. And you know, over the last 4 years, when I've been majority leader, we've had one of the most successful Senates in decades. And that is in large part because our caucus is so good. And I appreciate that very much. We don't agree on everything. We have different philosophies, different backgrounds. Every single member loves his or her country. And every one of them strives for unity, and that's one of the reasons, as I said, we've been successful. After 4 years of the most productive and consequential years the Senate has had in decades, it's galvanized by faith in this chamber's ability to get big things done for the country, even when there's such division, which of course there is now. Most of the major bills we've passed, big bills like CHIPS, big bills like IRA, well, except IRA, big bills like infrastructure and gun safety and gay marriage were done in a bipartisan way. And that's a message to the new Senate. You get things done, you get the most things done in a bipartisan way. Senate Democrats will continue to dedicate every ounce of our strength, focus, and determination to fight and deliver for the American people. Now, as you may know, yesterday I sent a letter to incoming Republican leader Thune, urging him to uphold the Senate's constitutional duty to provide advice and consent on the Senate's nominations. We're ready to work with the Republicans on the nomination process. Each nominee is due the same fair and thorough consideration that previous nominees of both parties, no matter who was president, had received. Let me repeat. What we need to happen is for all the nominees to go through the same process that past nominees have gone through in the Senate, regardless of party, including a full FBI background investigation and Senate reviewed. It shouldn't just be the FBI doing it. They've got to let the Senate know what they found. Full hearings where we get to ask the nominees questions, and of course a Senate vote. And we're going to let that process unfold. Senator Durbin.
Honored to be chosen by my colleagues to serve again as whip in the 119th Congress. I want to thank and congratulate Senator Schumer. It was a unified caucus meeting today that led to this decision, and we've moved together effectively in the past and will continue to. Happy to have my colleague Senator Klobuchar, Senator Booker as part of this team. I'd like to repeat what Chuck Schumer said about the process. Mark my words, you can't do a speed dating process for the cabinet of the President of the United States without ending up embarrassed and with things that are discovered only through a deep investigation by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Do you know what the ordinary process had been in the past with previous presidents? They would float the names to the FBI of possible people for the cabinet for a cursory investigation to see if there's anything they missed in the initial look. And then if that came up thumbs up, they would announce it publicly and a deep, dark FBI investigation would ensue. The suggestion by some is we're going to do away with that. Some have suggested, well, maybe just the committee will take a look at it. The Senate Judiciary Committee does not have the resources of the FBI. We want to make certain the people serving this country at the highest and most sensitive positions have no background problems that jeopardize their service to this country. That is not too much to ask. I can tell you privately, many Republican senators have spoken to me and said, for goodness sakes, we can't do away with the FBI check. That is something that's just integral to the system. They won't say it publicly for obvious reasons, obvious political reasons. But we've got to stand for what Senator Schumer said yesterday. The process that has served us so well under previous administrations, previous generations, and previous presidents has to be honored. If they'll honor that, we've got to do our job and do it in a diligent fashion.